In West Philadelphia, daily grind on the playground where I spend most of my days. When I don't sing, it's better. Welcome to the daily grind and happy Thursday. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker. It's Thursday, and that means I got my guys Parrish and I got Rusty with me after Grizzlies win. How are we doing, guys?
Always doing good after the Grizzlies win. So yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Welcome, good spirits.
Yeah.
That's it, man. The cold weather's here. It's hoodie season. I couldn't be happier. And the Grizzlies are officially 1-0 from all I can see.
No doubt, man. And it would have been, let me tell you, it would have been a much different show if there was a different outcome in that game last night because, I guess I should just, for those of you who did not catch the game, the Grizzlies beat the Philadelphia 76ers 117-111. Did I spell Philadelphia right? Yeah, I always worry. That's a hard word for me. It was it's tough. This was a much better showing by this Grizzlies team than the night before when they were dead on arrival, it seemed. The first thing that I noticed before I get to you guys, we had 3 balls that were falling. Like we were making our threes, which makes me happy. It felt like we made more threes last night than we had like the past. I don't have the numbers in front of me than the past like 2 or 3 games prior. That's just how it felt. But what was the first thing you guys noticed about the game last night? Parrish, I'll start with you.
Yeah, same thing. They shot better. I mean,
yeah,
it's nearly as simple as that. I want to say, I know Taylor Jenkins alluded to Denver being more physical than them the night before. It got a little bit more physical, especially Desmond Bain, and that was kind of the big thing too. He shot well.
yes.
And he kind of got his motor back. One of my guys for New Sound 3, Colin Cody, I think he has ran the clock first, and he has Desmond Bain. Like, hey, did you get your swagger back? After you hit that 3 on Caleb Martin and pointed at the bench, and Caleb Martin got mad. That whole area right there was like, all right, they're back now. And kind of like Sunday, it was DeAndre Jordan getting mad at him and Santi going there. That kind of, it feels like when they got a little beef, it gets them a little juiced up. Tuesday was just a simple Tuesday night game, playing the same team.
Yep.
It was kind of just like we just here.
Yep.
But they were off. So
yes, and it's I've never. Well, that's probably not true. This team, man, when they get their mojo back, like it's weird how they just need to get a little chippy, and then it's almost totally different team. This team gets chippy, and they just bring that fire with them. It's really, I love watching it. I love watching Santi chip at DeAndre Jordan. How about you, Rusty? What jumped out to you in the game last night?
It was like I texted you last night. This episode should be called Jekyll and Hyde because it was a completely different team from the tip last night. We came out Tuesday night, like Parrish said, playing the same team. It was just not a lot of energy. It was just kind of like everything. Taylor, the team, the fans, everything on Tuesday was just kind of blah. And last night we came out with some fire, with some chip, with a little bit with fight. And that's what I said yesterday on Twitter. Like, I needed to see some of that fight after what was just a lackluster. We wanted to be anywhere but the FedEx Forum Tuesday night. And last night we came out with the fire in our belly. We had Dez hitting the celly. We had Tripp going for 25 again. It was nice to see both those guys. I hope everybody's sitting down. It was nice to see Taylor Jenkins play those guys more than 30 minutes. I thought he did a better job managing them. Now, it's a bold strategy to try and close out a game without a true point guard, and I think that's partly why Philly made a run late is we took Dez out of his shooting rhythm and made him be a point guard. But, we can't say anything bad about Taylor Jenkins on these networks. But anyway, it was nice to see us get our swagger back. A vintage Dez takeover game last night was much, much needed. And we took Embiid's best shot, and we weathered it. He had 35 last night.
Ooh, man, yes. Yeah. Anytime you can weather a 30 burger from Embiid, that's awesome. It's interesting we're talking about Taylor Jenkins. This, out of necessity, because he didn't have guys, the rotation was really trimmed down last night. I mean, there were just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He played 8 guys basically over 20 minutes.
Who are we?
Right? I think all those dudes, everybody that played everybody had double digits that played that much. Like everyone that that's, if we could trim that rotation down, it looks pretty good. Like BC and Huff split the big minutes, but otherwise it was just like, we're playing 8 guys and we're going to win.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
But
like
shout-
talking about in the group chat last night, right? Like we're talking about number of minutes and substitutions in a game. Like, are we subbing too much? Because Taylor Jenkins still is like he took Jaren out 3 minutes in the basketball game. Like he's still dead set on that 9-minute substitution in the first quarter. But last night played 8 guys. It looked better. Guys got in rhythm. Dez stayed out there on a heater. Like I said, I gave TJ flowers on Twitter last night because Dez got hot and he left him out there. How many times this year have we seen Luke get a couple threes and he get pulled, or Jay Huff get 10 points in 4 minutes and get pulled?
Yeah.
And last night his hand was kind of forced because we were very much like a mash unit, right? We were missing the majority of our guys. We had more guys in street clothes. But because of that, he left guys out on the court longer and it got better results. And so I think that his hand was forced. That's probably the only reason Dez got 35 minutes last night. But it was a sight for sore eyes for sure.
Yeah, I mean, games where it's just good to see. Shout out! I'm gonna shout out Dashville team. Shout out to everybody in the comments hopping in. But when this team looks way different when Desmond Bane is cooking, it's just what he brings to this unit, this whole team, the swagger, the skill. It's really, 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 really nice. Let's talk about this really quick. Hashtag Ash Parrish. Why? This is a good segment, Ash Parrish.
That started from Grease 901.
901. I love it. Yeah.
Shout out to Grease. Shout out to King Meeks.
Why is BC still shooting 3-pointers?
I have no idea, man. So he had missed a couple of threes last night. So I was like, you know what? How's he shooting on the season? Let me search this. At that point, this was before last night. He was shooting 0.077, which means that's 7.7%. After he missed the threes last night, I went and did my calculations. I'm really good in math. I got an engineering degree, right? 6.25% is what he's shooting on from previous season after last night. He went down from 7.7 to 6.25. So why is he still shooting threes? I have no idea.
Yeah, you're like, the math ain't mathing. That's really bad.
Drew said last night, Drew is a Taylor Jenkins apologist to the nth degree. And he said last night, this might be what pushes me over the edge if Brandon Clark keeps shooting
really
funny. It was really funny.
That's how they tweet too,
yeah. Man,
shout out Drew. He said shout out him on in the comments.
Yeah.
So shout out
Drew. Shout out Drew. It's really funny too, because in a game where everybody's shot was falling last night, like Dez was 5 of 11, Tripp was 2 of 5, Jalen was 2 of 4, Scotty was 2 of 4, 4 of 9 for Santi, 3 of 5 for Luke, 4 of 4 from Jake. Mm-hmm. And then BC was 0 of 3. It's like, that percentage tanks.
We got a welder, a PT, an engineer. If there's a lawyer in the comments, please let us know. We need to draft a cease and desist letter and send it to Brandon Clark to stop these threes. Good Lord.
Yes. If anybody out there can write a grant or something, get that out of here. Another thing that I liked in last night's game, we didn't miss a free throw. And
nope, 100%.
100%. And
it's the most in franchise history. It's the most free throws we've made without missing one. 16 of 16. It's incredible.
It's been something that's I mean, we have not been a good free throw shooting team for the past several years, it seems like. And for example, the game against Denver on Tuesday, you make your free throws in that game, that's a different outcome. Like they
19.
had
19 and 31.
Yep. And it's just like, when you make 100% of your free throws, that's good. It's good. It's and it sucks. These are simple things. You make your threes, you make your free throws, and you can win the game. If you play hard and you make your shots, it's gonna look pretty good for you. It's tough.
Can we talk about this really quick though? This is a really good point. The only good team that we have beat so far has been the Orlando Magic in our home opener. We have struggled in games. I think a lot of it is shooting. We will all admit here that shooting's been a big part of that. Missing threes, missing free throws. But Parrish, Luke, I'm curious, what do y'all think? Parrish, I'll start with you. What do we need to do to get over the hump to beat some of these good teams? Philly on paper is good, but they're not a good basketball team. What do we need to do to kind of get over the hump, start beating good teams?
I think I would like to get healthy and just shoot better. Guys, it's weird how we are in the top. I think we talked about this on Tuesday. We're a top 10, maybe even top 7 or 8 unit offensively and defensively, but I think we're in the lower bottom of the league in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. It's just like gotta make more shots. You know, like and granted, we get healthy. Assuming guys will make more shots.
I really think getting healthy, because when you think about it, the good teams we have played, those teams have been relatively healthy, right? Philadelphia is not healthy. They dealt their first game playing together yesterday. Paul George got hurt. So, yes, they're not a good team. Good teams we have played, the Lakers, they had LeBron, AD, and Dr. Connect. Technically, we beat the Lakers the first time, although they were missing AD, but we were missing Ja Morant. So, it's kind of give and take. But the games we have lost, we haven't had Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson have only played 1.5 games all together.
Right. And that's a huge part of it. I'm curious, though, Parrish, I'm not going to ask you to do this live on air, but you said you're good at math. Like, I'm curious what happens if you take that Portland game out, because that Portland game really skewed a lot of our data because they were so bad that night, offensively and defensively. A 45-point win is going to mask a lot of blemishes. Again, a lot of it is health. A lot of it is we're missing our dudes. But like you take that game out, we're not quite as good as we actually have been. And I think a lot of that is due to health. I mean, like you said, we're missing all of our stars. We had Dez and Jaren back last night. They hadn't played really well together. We're still missing Gigi. We didn't have Vince, no Edie last night. Health is the obvious number one overarching answer for sure.
It's not even having everybody together. It's having your better players together. If we ain't got Ja Bain and Jaren together, you can kind of mask everyone else if you got those three, but those three haven't been together all together except a game and a half. So that definitely hurts it. And even to that point about the skewing the stats in that Portland game, they had 3 games in a row. That Lakers, the Wizards game, then that Portland game. Like, so in a sense, I don't think it masked it too much. It masked it some because it's a 4 or 5 point win. They shot 100% from 3, like that game. But
Portland shot 9%. They had beat numbers.
And that's what happened. And that's what that defensive numbers, that defense 3-point percentage numbers. But I think overall the Grizzlies are still closer to the numbers, what the numbers say, than they are not that. They have on and off nights, and I think at the end of the day, when you don't have your best players healthy, you're going to be inconsistent.
Yeah. Well, and all that to say, like, yes, these were blowout wins we had, but good teams are supposed to blow the brakes off of bad teams. They're supposed to. So that makes me happy. At least we're not losing close games to bad teams.
Because we have lost to bad teams.
Yes, we have.
First and twice in Chicago.
Yeah. Health is a big part of that, because if we have Vince Williams Jr. in those games, they're not shooting the lights out like they did. Like, both those teams went on heaters from beyond the arc in those games because we were missing our best perimeter defender. And I think Vince is a difference in all those games.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to answer. I see Wayno put another question. What if we can't get healthy? If Ja, Jaren, Bain can't get healthy, we're not contenders. So, I mean, that's a pretty easy answer. But and that's why I said those 3 specifically. And we can mask others, but those 3 have to be healthy. But if the whole team ain't healthy, we'll see at that time. But those 3 have to be healthy if we want to get
this is why I think we're heading towards a trade. Whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, we're heading towards a trade. It feels like we have too many dangling ends, loose contracts, expiring deals. We clearly need some help, because we can't, don't hear what I'm not saying, but Ja, Dez, and Jaren have had a really hard time staying healthy together.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not? Marcus has apparently got, no offense, this is a tongue-in-cheek joke, but he's apparently got the worst illness in the history of the NBA, because we hadn't seen him in 2 weeks. Maybe that's
well, he was hurt before the illness,
right?
Because he came back one game then. Yeah,
exactly. But maybe this feels like we're setting up for a trade to go get who I've been trying to get for the last 2 seasons. Maybe a Cam Johnson. You get another wing scorer. You get somebody else that can kind of help this team. And then, speaking of health, like our best bench asset just came out of a walking boot and is going to start basketball activities here really soon in Gigi Jackson Jr. And I think that's going to be another key element for us. Because listen, like, I give credit where credit's due. Jake LaRavia has been hooping these last couple of weeks.
He shot 100% last night.
100% last night. Great blocks, great steals. Like, Jake LaRavia has shown a lot of positive growth.
He hustles his ass off.
Yeah, he does.
You can't take it from him.
No,
he play hard every time.
I appreciate what he told Rob Fisher in the post game last night. He's like, look, I know I'm not the man, but I'm gonna go out there and do the little things well, and I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna get rebounds, and I'm like, you know what? Jake, you went up in my book. And so I am here. I've been a harsh critic of Jake LaRavia, but I'm going to give him some flowers. Dude has been absolutely hooping these last couple of weeks. But I think Gigi coming back is going to really elevate what's already a good bench. I still think we need a little bit of help because we can't, again, I'm not trying to don't at me. I'm not trying to say, hear what I'm not saying, I guess, but we just haven't been able to stay healthy. And if we could get somebody at one more piece in that can stay healthy, maybe that's what we need.
Yeah. Real quick before I let you go, Parrish, you don't think that Cam Spencer's the answer? He played last night.
Man, he's cool. I mean,
I
he still got anything. No, because Cam Spencer did really well in summer league.
I love Cam Spencer.
He didn't play preseason. This was his first ever NBA game. So, and he's on the two-way. So he'll probably get opportunities as long as players are out. But I don't expect him to get too many.
He didn't look bad. He controlled the ball well. He had 2 assists last night, which is from Cam Spencer. You get a couple steals, a couple assists, and maybe 4 to 6 points.
And that's what you expect from him.
That's a win.
He did well. For his first game to never have played in an actual NBA game.
Yeah.
Solid. He did pretty well.
He is a net zero. He didn't win, he didn't lose. He's a net zero on the plus minus. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Also, before I get out, was my shout out to Taylor Jenkins. He's the winningest coach in the Grizzlies history, and that was pretty much the premise of the post game last night. And it should be no matter the criticism we have for him, no matter what, that's an accomplishment. He has been a good coach overall. Is he a great coach? That's what we want. But let's go ahead and celebrate him. Why? He made a good accomplishment, and his team has his back. Josh tweeted about it. Jaren. Benson Bain said he's the best coach he ever had. Luke spoke the players like him. So when it boiled down to it, that's what's gonna matter.
Yep. I'm glad we'll let you get out of here, Parrish. Thank you. You transitioned for us because that's what we're talking about next.
Yeah. Sure.
See you, brother.
I had to make sure I get it out for myself. All right. All right, y'all. Catch y'all later.
See you, brother. Have a good day.
See you, Parrish.
All right. Yeah. So, Parrish said it last night. TJ became the #1 winningest head coach in the history of the Grizzlies, history of the franchise. He has overtaken the likes of Hubert Brown, Lionel Collins, Dave Yeager, JB Bickerstaff. Let me get the exact number because him and Lionel are there. I love this. So Taylor Jenkins has 215 wins, 192 losses. His winning percentage is 52.8%. Lionel Hollins is 214. He's got 1 win more than that, and 201, 51.6%. That being said, so the Grizzlies have, in our short history as a franchise, we've had some good coaches. Do you think that simple question, do you think Taylor Jenkins is the best one we've ever had as a franchise?
I think David Fizdale is the only correct answer here. Just kidding. Although great sound bite though. They're not going to rook us. Take that for data. Anyway.
You almost broke me. I was not expecting David Fizdale.
No. All right. So Hubie was a guy that just won. He didn't really establish culture. He just won. Lionel established a hard-nosed, tough-nosed culture that was just, we're going to beat the crap out of you for 4 quarters, and then we're going to win the basketball game ugly.
Yep.
This is going to come as a shock to many, but I think Taylor Jenkins is the best coach that we have had in Memphis. As much as he looks like Bobby Hill from King of the Hill, as much as he screws up late-game rotations, he's a good coach.
Yes.
Is he a great coach that's going to take us that next step to a championship? Personally, I don't think so. I hope so because I benefit as a fan, but we're going to talk positive about Coach TJ for a little while. I'm not going to be a harsh critic. He has established a great culture. Obviously, the guys are bought in. His #1 redeeming thing is that he is a player's coach, right? The players love him. They have his back. They're all in on him. I wish we had a little bit better results. I wish some of the late game rotations were a little bit better. I wish that we managed minutes a little bit better. But all in all, Taylor Jenkins has been a good culture coach that has won a lot of basketball games, guided us to the best team that this is the best, most talented team we've ever had if we could be healthy. And so, I'm going to give him flowers as our best coach of all time.
It's so interesting because I agree with you. I was sitting here once I saw that. I was like, I'm just going to look, because some of us that have been fans since this team came to Tennessee, we've seen a lot of these coaches, and it's it's like we've got a soft spot. I like Dave Yeager a lot. I got a soft spot for
I do
him.
too. Mm-hmm.
But it's like when you
love JB Bickerstaff was that guy for me
JB.
because he was a player's coach. Like same.
Like we've in our short history as a franchise, there's a lot of coaches that I would go to bat for on this list.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you. I think Taylor is the best one when you look at what he's done and when you look at the growth and the development that these players have. I mean, there's no denying that he's a developmental coach, like 100%. 100%. And I think Wayno put it, I think I saw Wayno throw it up in the comments. Like, if he can just get a Western Conference Finals appearance or just make one, I wouldn't even say he has to win. If he can just take the squad to the Western Conference Finals, one, it would shut all of his doubters up. It would cement his place in a very specific way in the pecking order. He's on the precipice of really cementing his status in the upper echelon of coaches, I would say. And I obviously we hope he does it, but I don't know. The jury's still, he may be the best Grizzlies coach we've ever had, but the jury is still out if he's the one that can take us to the chip.
Anthony Saint and I having this conversation earlier this week. Like, there's been 2 coaches in my basketball lifetime that have started with a young core and developed them into a championship team. And that's Greg Popovich and that's Mike Malone that started with the same young core and developed them into championship teams. I don't know that I almost said Dave Yeager. I don't know that Taylor Jenkins has that in him. I don't think so. He's a great developmental coach, but what I've seen, he himself has not grown enough to be that guy that takes that next step. But Luke, like you said, winning cures all. If he can if he can win enough to get to a Western Conference Finals, like you said, for me personally, even if we don't win the Western Conference Finals, it would shut me up big time. And I've been a big loud mouthpiece against Taylor Jenkins. And so if he can just get there, it would shut me up tremendously. Like, that's a pantheon, right? Like, we're talking Pop and Mike Malone. Like, that is like, those 2 are like top 2, not number 2, right? As developmental coaches. Yes. And I don't know that TJ's in that pantheon yet, but he is a great developmental coach.
Yes. We will see. We will see this season. Because whether or not you agree with it, this is going to be a make or break year for TJ. You don't lose your entire staff. And then, like, that's a sign. That's a sign that we need to see something, or your days might be numbered. It's just.
And unfortunately, like, again, I'm resisting the urge to really go hard in here, but like, I haven't seen a lot of growth from him. He's the same Taylor Jenkins that he was last year. And this franchise or this fan base is so wild. It's always like, oh, let's just give Taylor one more year. Health and this and that, and one more year. Like, even like last night was the first time he's actually managed what he has had well.
Yes.
Right. Like last year was an anomaly when you have like literally the walking wounded, and we've got guys named Timmy Allen playing professional basketball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Like, it is what it is. But like last night, his hand was forced and he played our 2 best players the most. Jaren got 30, Dez got 35. They both outplayed LaRavia. Dez by 10 minutes, which is the first time that's happened all year. I need to see more of that. Like, I hope that he saw last night, like, is a winning formula, right? Like, Dez and Jaren played the most and we won. Now, Dez doesn't need to be playing point guard so much, but they played the most and we won. I still need to see some growth, but he's such a dichotomy. Like most people, Wayno said it best. Every coach has their flaws, even the ones that win championships. Taylor's not perfect. Pop's not perfect. These coaches aren't perfect. I need to see more that's going to convince me that he's that guy that can get us over the hump.
Yes. Because whether we like it or not, it does the growth that we have seen. It appears it might have plateaued a little bit. And you can't. How long do you just ride that plateau? Yeah, like because so many people in organizations ride it for too long, and then it's like, well, we blew it. Like you got to know when to.
Our window is open now, and like given health, and I don't know that we'll ever truly be healthy, but like given health, our window is open now. Like, how long are we going to say, oh, let's give Taylor one more year, bad hand, bad luck, let's give Taylor one more year, and then we're going to look back and go, oh crap, like we missed our championship window because we kept saying, like you said it perfectly, we rode a plateau. Like, how long are we going to give it one more year before we say, you know what, we deserve better than this? And that's not a knock on Taylor. Again, he's the best coach we've ever had, but we deserve better with the talent that we have.
Well said. We're not going to beat a dead horse. We're going to take a quick break because I think we said it. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to play a game. We're going to play It's a Trap. I'm excited for this one because it's Thanksgiving themed.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, right after this break.
I think Zach Edey played well. He got his fouls in. He got them in for sure. But we saw some flashes of really what he can do. Whether that's setting screens or just blocking shots, or just making guys change their mind about shots, or just affecting the quality of shots that guys were getting in the game. We saw that a lot. They gotta use him though, man. They gotta be able to find him a little bit.
I was about to say they especially the whole first quarter. It was like, because I think that lob that y'all had him, that was his first points of the game. So it was like the whole first quarter, I did peep that. It was like, I see everybody else attempting 5+ shots.
Right.
Y'all got to find a way to give Zach Edey something like at some point. Everything was running well last night, right? The offense was flowing well. It's gonna come a stretch of time where they're gonna be stagnant, and at that time, that's when I expect them. Okay, hey, let's run a post play to Zach Edey.
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
This is a question I don't know if you've ever been asked. Was there anyone you ever wanted to dunk on? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you haven't getting a big kick out of that one. I'm glad you've been waiting all day for that. Just waiting all day to get that little jokey joke in. Oh, you got a joke. But yeah, I always wanted to dunk in the game. That's what I wanted to do. And it didn't have to be on anybody. I wanted it to be off of a missed shot, like on an offensive rebound, so that everyone's around or in the vicinity when it happened.
Did you ever dunk in practice and get overly excited?
Yes. and everybody be like, well, are you going to do it in a game? I'm like, no.
Tune in to the Night Court podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind. You can catch that show. We got Night Court. That's every Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday, Shelby knows. We've got No Bluffing podcast. That is early in the week, typically Mondays. We've got Anthony Sane. That's Wednesdays and Fridays. $2 Sports Show is on Fridays. Grizz 901 Live is every weekday after the game. Grizz After Hours with Chris and Sane is after that. We got a lot. A lot going on over at bluffcitymedia.co. Check it out. Stuff for everybody.
Shameless plug. $2, you're going live for the first time this Friday, 3 p.m. Tune in. Spam the comments. Give us crap. Like, come on, let's go. First live show. We're super stoked about it. Gonna push it on our socials today. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Be there. I'll be there. I'm gonna take my computer to work and have it on because sidebar, I'm down a phone again. I fell into a swimming pool yesterday. That's not even a joke. I literally fell into a swimming pool. It was awful. I was the most like Looney Tune ass life I've ever heard. Dude, dropping your phone, falling in a pool. What's going on? I didn't work yesterday and I fell in a pool. Like it's like the Michael Scott episode of The Office where he falls in the koi pond. What a great episode. That's me. And no one was there to catch me. I just fell. It's me and then you see me in the background going, whoop. Anyway, back to our show. Well, real quick, I want to shout out King Meeks. What is the best Thanksgiving movie I've ever seen? It's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yeah. HUD's good too, but Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a 101. Watch it tonight. Watch it from now until the $2 Sports Show live tomorrow. That's it. On repeat. It'll get you prepped. It'll get you prepped for the tomfoolery that you're going to see tomorrow at 3 p.m. I can't wait. Back to our show. On this show, every Thursday, if you're first joining us, we play a game. We like to lighten it up. If you'll notice, this is Admiral Akbar, Rear Admiral Akbar. Salute you, sir, for Star Wars. Dope. He likes traps. Well, maybe he doesn't like trap. Here's a trap is his famous line. He knows traps. There you go. Knows a good trap when he sees one. He knows a good trap when he sees one. And so on this day, we play a game. I will give our guest a series of trivia questions. Half of them are real, half of them are fake. You know the rules. You don't have to answer. If you want to, you can. We were on a streak last week, but you're talking turkey. You just need to say if it's a trap or if it's real. Yes. You know the deal. And this is Thanksgiving themed because next Thursday is Thanksgiving. And I was like, so that means thinking cap time. Put your thinking cap. God, the best hat Let's ever. Go. It's so good. Okay. First question.
What U.S. president proclaimed Thanksgiving a national holiday in 1863?
Oh, yes. 1863 would be Abraham Lincoln.
You know.
I'm honored in history, man. Come on, bro.
I didn't even need to throw that out there. I was like, he's going to get it. Next question. What Native American tribe famously shared the first Thanksgiving feast with the Pilgrims?
Yes. Was it the Iroquois?
Forgive me. Wampanoag.
The Wampanoag, yeah.
I'm just
so close.
You just wanted to hear me screwed up. All right.
That's it.
Next question. The original Thanksgiving feast included pumpkin pie and cranberry sauce.
It's our trap.
It's our trap. Two staples. I don't think they
I heard Kroger was out that day. Cranberry sauce.
Kroger was out. The Plymouth Kroger was sold out. That's the issue.
Sold out.
Thanksgiving. Oh, wait. This is true or false? Thanksgiving was originally celebrated in June, but was moved to November by Thomas Jefferson.
It's a trap.
It is a trap. Thomas Jefferson actually hated Thanksgiving. I found that out. Why?
I have nothing to be thankful for.
It's like, well, dude, calm down, man. You're the president. You can like Thanksgiving. Next question. The first Thanksgiving feast lasted 7 weeks.
Ooh, I'm down for a 7-week feast, but I don't think the first Thanksgiving years were. It's a trap.
It's a trap. I yelled. I was so excited. I'm sorry for those listening at home. I got really excited about a week-long Thanksgiving and screamed into the microphone. Next question. What year is traditionally considered the first Thanksgiving celebration?
1863. I don't know, but it's true.
It is true. 1621.
Ooh, that's so close.
You were within. I'm going to count it. You were within striking distance.
6 generations.
Yeah, 6 generations. That counts. Next question. What popular Thanksgiving parade began in 1924?
Oh, that would be the Macy's Day.
The Macy's. 100 years this year.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, which is.
How about
that? I love the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. Thanksgiving, shout out Thanksgiving, parade, football, food, great. Next question. Thanksgiving was briefly renamed Turkey Day during World War II as part of a rationing campaign for the soldiers.
It's a trap.
This doesn't make any sense. It is a trap. I was like, I'd call it Turkey Day, and I was like, let's make something absurd that doesn't make sense. Why would you ration turkeys to World War II soldiers?
Yeah, I don't know.
You wouldn't. That's right. Next question. Which U.S. president started the tradition of pardoning a turkey on?
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's the thing. I don't remember.
It's okay. You got it right. H.W. Well, the first W, not the second W.
Oh, it was Bush. It was that recent. I thought it was older than that. Why about that?
I thought it was older than that, too.
How about that?
I like to imagine that within the past 30 years, we were like, let's pardon a turkey.
Yeah, one turkey. Now, the rest of y'all are screwed, but one turkey going to be fine.
Maybe they shouldn't taste that good. That's the problem.
It's your fault for being tasty.
That's right. Last question. Benjamin Franklin lobbied for the turkey to be the national bird, which inspired Thanksgiving traditions.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah, I tried to do it. I tried to do it with a voice that didn't work.
No, he wanted it to be our national bird, but they were like, that's stupid. They're dumb and they're fat. So we're going with a bald eagle because we're America. And now we're dumb and fat.
My favorite thing has been Franklin was like, look, guys, look, the turkey. So
can I tell you about the turkey? They're literally a group of them literally called a Congress. Like it's right there.
They can't fly. They're loud. They're kind of mean, and they're fat. You guys like it? I know the bald eagle's right there, but we're going to do this. That's it, man. You got them all right, and I tricked you. I purposefully tricked you, and you still got it right. You're going to get all the points. I don't have the leaderboard in front of me. I just know Uncle Buck is at the bottom. He's at the very, very bottom. That is going to – a spray cam. Good luck. That's going to do it for our show today. Thank you for hanging out in the comments. This was awesome today, y'all. Yeah. I love King Meeks, Wayno. There was new people. Uncle Buck, everybody. It really does. Just starting the day with you guys is awesome. Makes
Dashville Tube. That's a new one. Dashville Tube. Welcome, man. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Have a good day today. I know weekend's almost here. Hang in there. If I can leave you all with anything today, these two little things. Remember just to be a little weird today, and remember to smile. Bye, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.